Here's the physique update for you guys. Just keep in mind that there's not going to be major changes week to week. We're just looking to make sure that we don't fly up in body fat, that we hold a relatively good condition. But when we do cut back down and compare the beginning to that cut, that's when we are hoping to see the changes. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the bulk series. So today we're going to go over how things are going with the bulk, and then we got a special episode for you guys. We're going to be doing a cheat day on a bulk, how I believe you should do a cheat day on a bulk, how I do my cheat days on a bulk. The bulk has been going good. When calories, you go from a cut to a bulk, it's very easy to eat over your calories. And my coach set the calories to like 2350. I was going a little bit over, and I was just trying to eat like 2500, like damage control. He was like, yo, I was being real with him though. I was telling him what was going on, but he's like, I don't understand, like I have to follow along with your body. So we need to, listen, I'm just gonna set new calories, just follow these for 1 week, just so we could be dialed in and figure out what's going on. He set the calories now to 2900. Ever since he did that, we dialed in, maybe tiny bit over some days, but things have been going good. It's a little bit of a weird video today because I'm up in PA. I had to film the physique update for you guys when I was in New York because I wanted it to be the same lighting, the same room. Here, it would have been a little weird. It would have not looked right and been as easy to follow. So it's a little bit hard for me to 100% remember, but I looked back, all my PRs and stuff for last week, and things were fucking moving. I hit 250 on bench for one, which was solid. I hit 385 for, I think, 2 on squats. And I think I hit like 260 on barbell row. But I'll have that for sure, the numbers out on the screen for you guys so you can see. So I'm happy. The weight went up just a little bit. That's what we want. As you can see in the video, the condition is being held. I don't look like I'm gaining a ton of fat. So that's a good sign. We want the weight to move up, but we really don't. We're not trying to get too chunky on this bulk, right? We're just trying to basically do 5 months, keep it lean, grow, and then do a recomp, come right back down and being pretty shredded as I can pretty much be in 2 or 3 months, and then boom, probably right back into a bulk, right? So without further ado, let's get into a cheat day. How we doing? I'm just gonna give you my philosophy right now, and then I'll show you the meals and stuff, right? A little forefront. It is super fucking important that you don't fucking go crazy on a cheat day on a bulk. Way more important, in my opinion, that you don't go crazy on a bulk versus a cut, because on a cut, you could still lose the weight. You're still cutting. So if you fuck up and you gain a pound of fat or fucking half a pound of fat in one day, you're gonna be able to make up for it. Yeah, it's gonna make the cut be extended. But with a bulk, you're already putting on a little bit of fat, maybe a moderate amount of fat. And now you might have just added a half a pound to a pound of fat, maybe even more in one fucking day. And you're gonna have to live with that fat until your bulk ends. And that shit can become mentally challenging, mentally hard to deal with. The leaner you can keep it, in my opinion, the fucking better. The way I structure my bulks now, every day is gonna be, I mean my cheat days on a bulk, every day is gonna be different depending on your circumstances of that day, right? Typically what I like to do is I like to keep my first 2 meals relatively light, enough to be, pretty full, maybe a tiny bit hungry, but don't go too heavy, right? High protein and low fats, and I try to keep it low carb because when we're eating the fucking cheesy foods, it's burgers, it's fries, it's fucking ice cream and shit. It's high fat, high carb shit, sugary shit, right? So we want to make sure we get our protein in and we don't overload on those macros to begin with. Keep it as close to the macros as possible, right? So we keep those first 2 meals light, and I try to just instead of doing a full cheat day, I start eating bad at probably like 4 o'clock at night. I'll have like a nice dinner, go out to eat with my fiance or my family, whatever, my friends. And then, the reason I eat at like 4 is because you don't want to eat too late, because then you won't really feel like having anything after that. So eat at like 4-ish, maybe even a little earlier, around that time. And then around like 7:30, 8 o'clock, have like a dessert, maybe go out for ice cream. But that's how I try to structure it so that I'll still be hungry enough to get that down and enjoy myself, right? Make the most of the day. Now, the absolute fucking key, like my rule of fucking thumb in life is not to binge. Like, as long as you stop eating when you are actually pretty full and you don't fucking stuff yourself to the point where you are sick as fuck the next day, or like unable to sleep because you're so over fucking stuffed. I gain a tiny bit of weight, but bro, like, what are you gonna do? Just be so dialed in that you don't enjoy your life a little bit, especially on a bulk? Like, that's bananas. I would say just limit these days as much as possible. and then try to keep it as light as possible. Don't go crazy and eat until you're freaking sick. Like, don't bug out about it either, and just not, just fucking track every little macro. I don't really even track these days. I just know I eat the first and second meal light, and then when I actually do start eating the shit that I want to eat, it's typically around 4, and then I just kind of eat whatever I want, but I just don't go too crazy, and that's pretty much it. So if you have to start your day but with already eating the cheaty foods, I'd recommend just eating till you're full, just focusing on not binging. That is the fucking key with this shit. As long as you eat till you're full and you don't overdo it, it's damage control. It's the best way to go about it, and you're not gonna feel as bad the next day. I know I can talk your ear off, but that's just my personality. I'm sorry, I guess you're gonna have to get used to it. We're about to get the day started. So today, this is what I had for breakfast, and this is what I'm gonna have for lunch. Put that in the video for you guys to see. Pretty light, high protein. And then when we actually do go out to eat, I'll show you guys what I'm eating, show you guys what I end up downing, explain to you guys how full I am. We're going to do some, we're seeing the wedding venue today, so that's pretty cool. Maybe show you guys a little bit of clips of that. And yeah, it should be a pretty fun day. Obviously cheat days are a great time, so we'll see you in a minute. We got the gang here. It's nighttime now. It's a little weird, I was just sitting right over there 2 minutes ago. The thing is that there's a lot of people upstairs right now, so I didn't want to, it's like hard to make a video. So just wanted to update you guys on how the cheat day is going. We went to IHOP. This is what I had for dinner. Burger and fries. I had some like bourbon maple sugar stuff on it, bacon. I think I had cheese, mayo. I was hungry, so honestly the whole burger itself really didn't fill me up that much. And we stopped at the grocery store. She got like donuts, I got ice cream, some candy. I'm honestly not even close to full right now. I had, as you guys saw, a pretty light day. Just having some of this stuff.
He's gonna share his pumpkin bread with his family.
Yeah. We had 2 types of pumpkin bread. I was like rating both of them. Here, we'll have Carrie rate one. Rate them.
It's alright.
That's 1 to 10.
7.
7. And here's the other one. So you got 2 different types here.
10.
Fire, right? I was saying the same shit. That one's so much better. You know what this tastes like. You bought it.
Yeah.
You can't have chocolate chip cookies.
Your pumpkin bread, though,
Anyway,
please.
this is more just like an educational video. I wasn't really trying to go out and show us eating everything. Just more explain to you guys how I do a cheat day on a bulk. On a cut, I'd probably go a little harder. I probably will still eat. I'm not even close to full right now. Like, I'll probably still have a couple more snacks, sit down, watch TV, have some like popcorn and shit, bit of candy, some ice cream. I'll tell you guys the weight in the morning. I was 176 this morning, which is weird for this video. I told you guys I was 173, but I'm up in PA. The scale's a little bit different. I think, it's kind of a big jump. Maybe I did gain. Wouldn't be a bad thing. I'm still holding a pretty decent condition. I am seeing a tiny bit of fat gain, I think, a little blurriness on the physique, but can't let that shit get to you. The calories might be a tad bit high. I'll tell you guys the weight in the morning, and I'm guessing that usually after days like this, tons of carbs at night, eating till you're pretty much really, full, obviously again, not overdoing it, you're gonna see a jump on the scale the next day, probably 3 to 5 pounds. Within a week, that shit will probably go back to normal. Maybe a tiny bit of extra gain. It's a lot better than going off the wall and destroying your diet and doing a 20,000 calorie challenge and having fucking bowls of ice cream the size of your head. So that's the way to do it, my opinion at least. Hope you guys got some good knowledge out the video. I've been living this lifestyle for a long time, like 5 years now, pretty much trying to keep it dialed in. So I've definitely learned from a lot of mistakes. So hopefully you guys can learn from my fucking mistakes. Wanna try? Oh yeah. Yeah, you're trying to eat more of it. You're trying to like lick it. You're trying to lick it so that I won't eat the rest of it now.
Patty's turn.
Mommy's so fair. Oh.
That
Try to rip
was a big bite.
That's why you're turning into a sausage.
Yeah, look at it. This is how to not bulk. This is chunky.
How not to bulk. Facts. So we're back in New York now. The next day, I was 177.5 pounds. It's been a couple of days since then, so that's even more proof that the damage control shit worked, because my weight has been fluctuating ever since then from still 175 to 177. Haven't didn't have any increase in weight from that day. All right, so it worked. We're good. Try it out next time you're about to do a cheat day and fuck up your whole diet and eat thousands and thousands of calories for no reason and feel sick the next day. I'll try to have that video out next week for you guys. I know it's been, it was a little bit of I said 2 weeks, but I am trying to get them out every week, but I'm busy sometimes. Anyway, guys, see you in the next video.